entrepreneurs, medical professionals, educators, artists, pioneers, students, modern-day Zionists, bringing their skills and idealism to build Israel. On behalf of the entire Nefesh B'Nefesh team and our dedicated partners and Jewish National Fund USA, who is here with us today, we would like to wish you a warm Mazal Tov on your long-awaited move to Israel. So there are 239 of you today making Aliyah. 57 soon-to-be lone soldiers who will serve in the Israel Defense Forces. What a statement of Am Yisrael Chai. 2 national service volunteers, 30 families, 17 young professionals, 27 medical professionals, and 90 children. Our youngest Dole today is just 2 months old, and our eldest is 81. It is never too late to live the dream. We have some very special guests with us today. We would like to welcome Ambassador Danny Dayan, the Consul General of Israel in New York. Heidi Rothberg, honorable flight sponsor with a remarkable family legacy, an incredible Zionist, and a very dear friend. Today's flight is the Heidi Rothberg Aliyah flight, and we are profoundly thankful to you for your generosity, your partnership, and your vision. Randy Levine, president of the New York Yankees, and his wife Mindy, dear friend, partner, and Bubby of our lone soldiers, as she likes to be called, who's accompanying us on the plane. Russell Robinson, the CEO of Jewish National Fund, Ron Werner, National Board Member of Jewish National Fund and Chair of the JNF Nefesh Task Force, Boaz Meir, Executive Director of the Mountain States, with a big Colorado contingency here today. Yoram El-Grabli, the Managing Director of North and Central America of El Al Israel Airlines, and of course, our dear co-founders of Nefesh B'Nefesh, Rabbi Yoshua Fass and Tony Gelbart. At this time, it is an honor to call upon our dedicated leader and visionary, Rabbi Yoshua Fass, to lead us in a few words of Divrei Bracha.
Thank you, Dorit. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. First order of business, all those who are not on today's Aliyah flight, please raise your hands. Now everyone who is on the flight, give them a hug right now. Hug it out. It might be an exhilarating day for you, but it's, let's just say it's painful, a little difficult, even with all the pride. I didn't want you to cry yet, just hugs, Okay. A little secret, the last bunch of flights, I've had in my pocket, somewhere, this letter from a Russian refusenik. It was published in 1969 in the New York Times. It was written by Boris Koshbievsky. He was 33 years old in Kiev. He wrote this letter just explaining his interest in making Aliyah, which resulted in being imprisoned for 3 years in Siberia. The reason why I keep this in my pocket is because as the flights get younger, I think the average age is 30 on this flight, we've been born into a world that the state of Israel is a given. And sometimes we're numb to the miraculous times that we live in. So in 1969, here's a letter that imprisoned an individual. I am a Jew, and I've been keeping this in my pocket for the last bunch of flights. I'm a Jew, I want to live in a Jewish state, I want to live in Israel. This is my dream. This is the goal not only of my life, but also the lives of hundreds of generations preceding me that were expelled from the land of their ancestors. My father perished and his parents were killed. If they were alive, they would be standing next to me saying, let me go. As long as I live and as long as I'm capable of feeling, I will do all I can to be able to leave for Israel. And if you find it possible to sentence me for this, then all the same. If I live to my release, I will prepare to go to my homeland of my ancestors, even if it means going by foot. Now, Sometimes we feel a little bit inadequate to this heroism and this personal courage, but we share the same drive, we share the same inspiration, we share the same courage, and we share the same miracle. And that is why we have this very modest farewell ceremony. In Israel, 1,500 people and Knesset members and dignitaries are waiting to greet you, which is an unbelievable concept. What country welcomes immigrants in that fashion? That was not meant to be political. But we have this very modest farewell ceremony just to pause. You cannot just drive to Terminal 4 and get on a plane and make Aliyah. You have to pause and take in just the enormity of this moment. You have to appreciate the miracle that we have in the state of Israel. The miracle that we can get on a plane, a Dreamliner, and make Aliyah in 10 hours from now. Appreciate all the family and friends and neighbors who have supported this move, and all those who are wearing a t-shirt that says, I'm a dad or I'm a mom of a lone soldier. Let's give you a bit of kapayim, because you did something right. And lastly, to appreciate all those who made this possible. Besides family and friends, all the organizations that are behind you. And for me, my appreciation today is for Mrs. Heidi Rothberg. Thank you so much for taking this flight on. You made the lives, this Aliyah, possible for so many individuals. We are blessed to have you on the plane. We are blessed to have a friend. We are blessed to have you as a partner. And to everyone else who made this possible, JNF, and the government of Israel, and the Jewish Agency, and Gavin Sabar, and even the presidents of the Yankees, it is awesome to have you here to support the Oving today. Mazal Tov.
Ambassador Danny Dayan has a long-time reputation as an Israeli public figure, a lecturer, and an entrepreneur, and is currently the Consul General of New York, which includes New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Delaware. A little-known fact, Ambassador Dayan is also an Oleh, who moved to Israel at the age of 18 from Argentina, successfully founding El-Ad Systems and attaining the rank of Major in the IDF. Ambassador Dayan serves as an example of the value that each Oleh brings to Israel and his or her ability to impact. It is my pleasure to call upon the Consul General to share his words.
Thank you, Dorit, and first and foremost, thank to you, the heroes of the day. Yeah, I was an Oleh 47 years ago. I came from Argentina, from Buenos Aires. Actually, I was 15. I had 3 years stint. I went to the army, and we were due to be the first Olim of the year 1970. Our El Al flight, Yoram Al-Gravli is the CEO of El Al North America. Our El Al flight was due to land in not Ben Gurion, the Lod Airport, December 31st, 1970 at 11:30 p.m. But it was an El Al flight, so we were the first Olim of 1971. We made Aliyah 47 years ago, my friends, and I never looked back. I never looked back, not because I couldn't look back, because there was no reason to look back. From the minute that we touched the soil of Eretz Israel, of the land of Israel, we knew for sure that we made the right decision. The right decision to be citizens of the State of Israel, of Medinat Israel, and to contribute to the most amazing adventure of the Jewish people ever. And you know, I sometimes compare your decision to make Aliyah to the following case. Imagine for a moment, just imagine, that the Hollywood producer comes to Gal Gadot, I assume you know who is Gal Gadot, and tells Gal, you have two options. You can be the star of Wonder Woman, or you can watch the film in a cinema. Obviously, the right decision was to be the star of Wonder Woman. That's exactly the decision you made. You made a decision to be the stars, the protagonist of the story, of the film much better than Wonder Woman, the film of the history of the Jewish people. And you will, from this moment on that you land in the Ben Gurion airport, you are not going to be in the audience, you are not going to be in the grades applauding or Chas v'Chalila saying boo. You are going to be the protagonist and the script writers of the story. And there is nothing most incredible, believe me, nothing most exciting to be the stars, the protagonists, the screenwriters of the history of the Jewish people. And to the soldiers, to the Chayalim, I want also to say a few words. It may sound like a cliche, but it's 100% true. Dozens and dozens of generations of Jews could only dream about it. Could only dream when Jews were persecuted and massacred and all over the world that they will be able to be part of a Jewish army that will defend Jewish life and will make Jewish life possible. Actually, you are the link that connects Jewish history with the Maccabim. A link, a chain that was broken for too long, and now you are reconnecting it with Jewish history. You should be extremely proud of your decision to join Tzahal, to join the IDF. As should be your parents, because there is no greater evidence, dad and mom, that you educated your children the right way, than their decision, even if you were not 100% happy with it, their decision to make Aliyah and join Tzahal. So we, the government of Israel, in Israel and in New York, will never leave you alone. You have Nefesh B'Nefesh, you have the consulate here in New York. Any problem, call us. We will do our best effort to solve any problem. But believe me, most problems in Israel, if you have a little sablanut, a little patience, solve themselves. And when you will see, when you look in retrospective, as I do 47 years from now, you will remember this day as the best day of your life, the day in which you made the right decision to join the Israelis, the Jewish people in Israel, and to continue together this amazing adventure that is the state of Israel. Bruchim tiyu.